Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hey, good morning there, Fanny. Let me know if the sound. I just put a microphone on. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Advaita Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Shri Advaita Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Good morning. Shri Advaita Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga 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 Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Gaurachandra Gaurachandra Nityananda Nityananda Gaurachandra Gaurachandra Nityananda Nityananda Gaurachandra Gaurachandra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nityananda Gaura Chandra Nityananda Gaura Chandra Shri Advaita 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 Nityananda Gaura Chandra Gauranga Nimai Vishvambara Nimai Pandit Vishvambara Gauranga Gaurachandra Gaurachandra Gauranga Gauranga Gaurachandra Gaurachandra Gauranga Gaurachandra Gauranga Gaurachandra Gauranga Gaurachandra Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda All right. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Yeah. Srimad Bhagavatam, the Lord's entrance into let's see. Yeah. The Lord's entrance into Dwarka, is it? I think Dwarka, yeah.
Is that Canto 10, Guru Maharaj? Canto 10?
Okay. Yeah. The Lord's entrance into Dwarka. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Oh, you can't hear?
I can hear, but what book are you reading?
Okay, let's see. Is there a problem somewhere? Somebody wants to come on? Or?
No.
Okay, I can't. All right, so I can't hear because
Okay.
of this. Let's. Okay, something. What's going on? You can say something here. I think I can hear you now. Maybe.
What book are you reading?
Oh, what book? Okay. This is Canto 1,
Okay.
Chapter 11. Lord's entrance in Srimad Bhagavatam. Sutta Goswami said, upon reaching the border of his most prosperous metropolis, known as the country of Anarthas, Dwarka, the Lord sounded his auspicious conch shell, heralding his arrival and apparently pacifying the dejection of the inhabitants. Isn't that how it is? You know, the Lord, when he comes, you know, you can feel that kind of dejection with being just in the world, you know, and if you're a little inattentive, or maybe you're doing something else, and the Lord takes away our unhappiness. See? So that's the lifestyle of a devotee. Yeah. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Fascinating. So the white and fat bowed conch shell being gripped by the hand of the Lord. Mm, uh, it's Canto 1. Yeah. Um, the white and fat bowed conch shell being gripped by the hand of the Lord Krishna and sounded by him appeared to be reddened by the touch of his transcendental lips. It seemed that a white swan was playing in the stems of a lotus flower. Purport. The redness of the white conch shell due to the lip touch of the Lord is a symbol of spiritual significance. The Lord is all spirit, and matter is ignorance of this spiritual existence. See, the Lord is all spirit, and matter is ignorance of this spiritual existence. See, this is the problem. People don't have this knowledge, and they're identifying with matter. See, and that is ignorance. See, and they identify themselves, the real self, which is spirit. And when we're connected to the supreme spirit, we're in knowledge. You know, we get all knowledge of everything. You know, why we're here, why people are suffering. We can appreciate that the Lord leaves these books, the scriptures. We can discern the scripture. We can interpret the scriptures according to his vision and the vision of truth. We can be really happy, ecstatically happy. But the problem is matter is ignorance. And if you consider yourself a material product, you're like, you know, some people have such dark, I mean, they think they're, oh yeah, I'm my body, man. I'm Bill, I'm James. What is James? What is Bill? What is, you know, all these temporary names, you know? I'm my personality, you know, I'm my, the material mind, you know, the personality is the material mind. You identify with the mind, and that's also matter. See, it's ignorance. See, all these coverings to the soul, people don't know. You know, there's air. The soul is so subtle, and it's covered by air, fire, water, ether. See, and people identifying themselves as these different things, you know, different bodies. Actually, that's what I think. You know, you can go into the ethers, and there's you identify yourself with the different coverings until you ultimately, you know, you get this kind of knowledge and information, you know, so you can identify with the Supreme Lord. You know, he's, you know, that's the magic. You know, this is magic here. You identify with these scriptures because this is God. This is his, this isn't material mind. This is spirit. That's why, you know, Jesus, he said, my words are spirit. Okay? See, so that's that, but not the words of everybody. Go listen to a mundane commentary. Go listen to the mainstream news and see if those words feel like spirit to you. See, most people say, well, yeah, you know, I don't know, you know, it's just, you know, I just listen and you listen to this. But when you hear the words, if you're lucky to hear the words of a person that is absorbed in the real spirit, they're different than the mundane words in the world. They cause ecstasy. They caused real happiness. And this doesn't. People are miserable. They're like crows eating, you know, garbage in the world. This, I mean, that's really, I know it sounds, you know, gross, but it is gross, literally. It's gross. I mean, you know, people think that's real happiness. Is listening to people on the mainstream medias, and they're talking, these talking heads, and it's all material information and knowledge and divisions, the Democrats versus the Republicans, and Biden against Trump's and all of this stuff. It's very agitating and it's very ignorant. It divides people from even feeling the unity of the spirit. They just say, no, I hate Trump, or I hate Biden, and all these crazy things in this world is all ignorance, wokeness. It's getting so ridiculously obvious. I think even people that are in ignorance can begin to see it. It's ridiculously stupid and obvious that you're not any of that. It's all superficial, miserable lies. And can you imagine? This is where we're living. This is where we're promoting bhakti in this kind of cesspool. It's unbelievable. All these crazy things coming up, and transgenderisms, and all ignorance, all crazy things, putting poisons in the bodies and killing billions, actually. Billions of people are getting this stuff in, all these crazy ideas. And I mean, it's becoming so obvious. This whole civilization is nuts right now, basically. The authorities are crazy. They're trying to create a craziness in this world. See? So you can either identify with that and be miserable, or you can identify with the truth. See, the scriptures, these beautiful scriptures, how, the fat bowed conch shell is you and me, and the Lord wants to use it as an instrument to announce his presence, which we're doing here. And that, hey, man, get this friggin' ignorance, man. Wake up now. It's time. You want to feel good? You want to feel better than good? You want to feel ecstatic? You want to have, a wonderful life? Yeah, come to the party every day here. We have every day. We meditate on the truth, which is the true, pure religion of this age. Truth. We don't need religion. We need pure religion. See? Without material motivation. We need a religion that inspires the spirit, awakens the spirit. I don't need to follow any people that are no different than I am. Actually, they are. They're hypocrites and liars because they don't believe in the truth. They got material motives for preaching the scriptures. I don't need that. Yeah, the Lord is so kind. He's given us the truth. And that's what sets people free. That's what Jesus found. That's what Lord Caitanya found. That's what they promoted, was the truth, worship in spirit and truth. There's nothing more enlivening than that. Yeah. Yeah. This is... You're playing it is a kind of magic. So yeah. I mean, you could see when people here have spiritual awakenings, it's a whole revolution. It's just like the book says. You can come here and you see these scriptures are really true. It's confirmed in your own experiences. When you find the fat bowel conch shell that the Lord is using, and heralds his presence. It's announcing his presence in you. You awaken. This is the thing. We're here for the awakening. This is the great awakening, my friends. Yeah, you think that's an awakening? That's a kind of a limited awakening. Oh yeah, you've always been cheated. Oh yeah. The devil, evil, has always been in charge for a very long time. It's just been in the shadows. Now it's coming out of the shadows. Oh, it's great. You're waking up to that. Okay, you ready to move on? Do you want to go beyond even the good? Do you want to go into the transcendental realm? Well, we have this possibility. It's called pure devotional service. This is the ultimate goal of life. It'll free you from the drama here. In the drama, the material universe, there's always going to be good and evil. There's nothing you can do. It's got to be here. It's got to keep the living entities entertained. They can't be just good. You need the evil there to have a little action. Even the evil people, when they take control like now, they know they got to give the good people hope, and they give you a trump to give you some false friggin' hope. They're, craftily smart. That's why they're considered controllers of their sheep. Whoever, if they get power, they're in charge. If the demigods get power, they're charged. And they always fighting, and always, are you ready to get out of that drama? I mean, are you sick of it yet, being a demigod or a demon? Coming from the demon class myself, I'm sick of it, man. I just want to be here with this. I want to be here now. I want more than liberation. I want to be here now with Krishna and Lord Caitanya, and call them, and they come and have a great time in Vrindavan. I don't know about you guys. You want more families, and you want to get absorbed in your families and friends and social contacts in the world and all of that. Yeah, well, fine. That's great, man. Delay the inevitable. I like our little party we have here every day. Be absorbed in the truth. What else? That's what liberated souls do. Even Hanuman, they say he's still here, and he's just absorbed in Ram Katha, about the one he loves. Wherever there's Ram Katha, there he is. Yeah, that's why even in the unseen, wherever devotees are preaching and talking about their Lord, that's where the devotees of that Lord is. See, that's why we cover all bases. We talk a little bit about Jesus, a little bit about Lord Caitanya, a little bit about Radha and Krishna. We get them all. A little about the devotees, their devotees. Maybe we should include Ram in some of this stuff too, Yeah. I love these purports are great. You see, Prabhupada was very practical. That's what I always liked about him. Practically, related to the world. That's what I didn't like, being in all these other sanghas and with people that weren't like that. They're all imbalanced. They can't see, because they're not empowered, how this all relates to practically to life. They can't be like the Bhagavat says it is in the book. The highest truth is only understood by those who are pure in heart. That means you have to worship God in ecstasy of pure bhakti, devotion to the Lord. Pure devotion. It's an energy. It's a potency. It's not of this world. What did Jesus say? I'm not of this world. Right? Well, that's what are you like that? That's guru. Otherwise, get out of here. Who the hell needs you now? Who needs idols? That's false. That's a lie. Want liars? You want lies? Worship a mundane person, man. No better than yourself, and waste your friggin' time. Because that's what's happening now. There's not a lot of time left, actually, man. That's why this message needs me. Worship what is transcendental, man. See? We got transcendental personalities in this world now. They're in this sangha. They prove it. They're not the no-shows, the possible liars, the probable liars and cheaters and hypocrites. You get on there and say you represent Vrindavan without representing Vrindavan. There's some kind of hypocrisy in there. You're taking worship. Oh, Guru Dev, please deliver me. And you can't deliver your disciples. You're a liar, man. Why worship any liars? Not when the truth is here. The truth is the Spirit of the Lord. I think we're doing a pretty good job revealing the truth of the Spirit of the Lord here. We're teaching people what is Sat, Chit, and Ananda. What is the transcendental potency? How to take shelter of the transcendental potency? How to come through the door of the devotees. We're a sangha of devotees who have this devotional potency, and I don't know anybody else in the Vaishnava sector that does. Not like this conclusive, not like this ecstatic. Nobody will prove it. Even the ones that come, oh yeah, well, we keep it to ourselves. Oh, whoopee-doo. I can't even, how do we know they, and then I hear them talking, oh yeah, take shelter, Tamal Krishna, and all these other bullshit artists and liars and cheaters and all of that stuff. I don't, how can I have confidence in people who can't discern what is transcendental or try to promote etiquettes that like, oh yeah, it's okay to worship idols. See, this is why we remember Moses. We remember the Goswamis and all of that, even though people forget, they don't know how to understand and discern. They didn't worship mundane persons. Krishnadas Kaviraj, all glories to transcendental persons. There ain't one mundane person in his glorification. But now that's why everything is down. Not people are not ecstatic because they don't know about that. Well, I ain't going to stop talking about what is true. We're here to revive ecstatic worship, my friends. Not promote etiquettes. Oh yeah, it's okay. Worship mundane gurus and material gurus no better than yourself. They're mundane and you're mundane. Blind leading the blind. No. Finished. Not in this preaching. Not on our watch. This is Jesus type preaching. This is Lord Caitanya type preaching. This is Nityananda type preaching. Ecstatic is where we take shelter. Ecstatic devotees is the only association that is worthy in this world if it's here, and it is here. Otherwise, you're blind as a bat. What good is that? What good is being blind? You ready? Is anybody's eyes ready to pop open? Well, let's pop those ears open, man. Get that wax out. Come on, wake up, you so-called gurus out there. Are you any real ones out there? Or are you just pieces of stone? Idols going around with the pride and your big sticks. Is there anybody awake in this world other than what's here in our Sangha? Prove it, please. Otherwise, be quiet, and just move aside and let us bring the real Lord to this planet again. The real glorification of eternal truth, real sat, eternal, chit, real knowledge that comes from Ananda. That is topmost, and that needs to be crowned in this world, the crown of this world. If you're not like that, step aside, please. No time to waste. Go take your little shots and go take your followers with you. Those who believe in illusions like that, go for it. It's only the raptured that will be here in this planet. The enraptured with transcendence, with the transcendental Lord. Otherwise, it's useless. Yes, the scriptures say if Radha and Krishna did not come to this planet, it would be useless. Yeah. I know that's true. That's my experience. That's why they come here every day. They have to. Otherwise, I don't want to live a useless existence. I don't know about you. If you don't want to live useless, go follow these friggin' gurus out there that can't do anything for you. Oh yeah, they've done something for you? Well, what have they done? Let us know. Give us some glorification of what God is doing for you, because you've got a real guru in your life and you have real spiritual experience. Come on, prove it. Show us you don't have a pair of deuces. And you just got this poker face. Yes, I got ecstatic devotion. Great purport, huh? It was really fun. You like the way I tell stories? I mean, it's pretty intense, isn't it? I
I love it, Guru Maharaj.
mean,
But I
storytelling.
also I like the
See,
talking song.
Prabhupada's telling you. Factually, there is nothing like matter. You know, when I just love Prabhupada's purports. It's just, I feel it's like life in the veins, you know, so practical, so real, you know, so integrated. See? Factually, there is nothing like matter in spiritual enlightenment. There you go. There's nothing like matter. Yeah. You know, are you matter? Do you identify with matter? Are you beyond? Is your consciousness beyond? See, beyond matter? Is it beyond material intelligence? Or are you still trying to study your way into enlightenment? Or are you studying the holy name with great ecstasy? I mean, that's the leadership of this world into the spiritual world. You got to be like that. You lead people by your own example. You know, totally chanting in ecstasy, you know, and giving truths that come from that ecstasy, very clear, very logical, strong. You know, did you know the truth is strong? Do you feel that strength in the truth? That's what I feel when I'm reading Prabhupada's. I feel his strength. I feel his faith. That's why I can't why I worship these leaders who they don't I don't know. See, the devotees, they don't seem to think there's any difference between Prabhupada and these other people that are not like him at all. The ones after Prabhupada disappears and they go run to the God brothers, and Prabhupada, no, don't do this. Stick with me. Did Prabhupada run to anything or anybody when his guru disappeared? You didn't have to see. Anyway, this is strong devotees. We're here to make strong devotees. If I disappear, if you've learned your lessons well, you won't be running to the hypocrites. You won't be running to those who have no potency, no spiritual potency. You stick with your guru. You'll stick with the scriptures. And if somebody comes along that's also has the spirit and you can discern it because you got the spirit and didn't lose it, yeah, you stay with that. That was a Prabhupada. See? That's why we got this Sangha going here. And we make people that will stick with this. Afterwards, you know, there'll be people, there'll be devotees here. You'll know the difference between a bogus idiot and somebody that's spiritually enlightened. Or somebody that's a prostitute, you know, that goes here and there and comes in here and worms their way in, but there's no real faith in what we're doing. Because they're not an example of it. They go and they do this shit. They go and they, you know, and the people who live here, they go and support those people too. Oh yeah, you think Lord Caitanya? No, I'll tell you right now, he doesn't like it. You may like it, but the ones who get the real potency to preach, the real ecstasy, and really promote the real Lord won't be like that. Yeah, they're like the real devotees, chased onto the truth, man. Yeah. Let's see. Prabhupada says, um, spiritual enlightenment takes place at once by contact with the Supreme Lord Krishna. I love that. That is so. His purports are like verses. Now that's guru. You got somebody like that where their purports are like verses. New verses. Okay. Enlightenment takes place at once by contact with the Supreme Lord. So the question should be, oh, what does it mean to have contact with the Supreme Lord? Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Ram, Hare 16 or 1 lakh of dry rounds? Is that contact with the Supreme Lord? Well, maybe superficially. You're chanting, just like it says, in name only, in only the name. See? No butter. Yeah, no butter. No transcendental feeling yet because you haven't followed the real process. These gurus haven't followed the real process to its fruition. That's why they need shiksha. Their disciples need this kind of shiksha to take it to the end so you get the butter, so you have real contact with the Supreme Lord. The Lord doesn't have, only has contact with his devotees who have devotion and proven symptoms of that devotion of love. Well, when you're in love with even a mundane person, there are symptoms, oxytocin symptoms of the bodily. Oh, you didn't know this. Your Acharya Devs and Radhanas never told you there are symptoms when you love the Supreme Lord. Oh, it's all plastered all over the books, but they don't seem to see it. Why? Because they're blind as bats, man. And they're your Guru Devs leading you into the darkness of the ditch. Oh, you can't listen to the Jesus type. Not Jesus preaching, Jesus type. They all, Guru is one. They all see the same thing. They see the blind and they see the few people that can see. Spiritual see. See? See spirit. See spirit. Do you see spirit? See? The two S's. See spirit. Surprise! You're awake. See? Contact with the Supreme Lord immediately. But why isn't it so immediate? Why do we have all these hypocrites? Why did we have pedophiles and everything? And they're Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I guess they didn't see the Supreme Lord yet, huh? Even though they see but don't see, huh? Well, they don't have the devotion. That's our part here. We're here to teach Acharya Dev. Wake up, man, sleeping soul. Yay, man, get your hands off that piano and come over here. We'll teach you about seeing. How to see the Supreme Lord, and we'll see the symptoms of devotion and the tears in the eyes and choking of the voice and the laughter like you see here, like you read in the book but don't see. See, you need to see it first. And then if you go, very good, I also want that. Okay, you come to Raganuga Bhakti. Otherwise, what kind of guru are you, man? Useless. If Radha and Krishna didn't come to this planet, it would be useless. What does that mean? Oh, means Radha and Krishna, not just a name, and you're still blind because that's all you got is the one eye, the name. No, you need two eyes. See? Love of Krishna, not just Krishna. That puts you in the category of those guys, the elites there, and you act like them. You're up there sitting on your thrones that you don't deserve to do. You're like that, man. That's why many of you may have infiltrated from that group. The one eyes. You only see, I see Krishna, but I don't really know Krishna. Therefore, I speculate and all kinds of things just so I can sit on my throne. Okay? Two eyes. You need Radha. You need ecstasy. Oh, now I see. No, I can appreciate Krishna. Oh, let's come to Sadhu Sangha every day. Let's read the scriptures. Let's chant these verses. I just want to hear the truth. Oh, I feel so enlivened with the truth because I carry the Lord on the throne of my heart. And I like to keep him happy. Otherwise, I'm not happy because he's not happy. Oh, that's called enlightenment, my friends, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second here. To live in an enlivened life, isn't that what it's about, man? You cracked it. You come here and you'll learn to be enlivened, live an enlivened life. Enlivened by the scriptures and everything. So all I ask is keep your shit together out there, people. Get a friggin' job if you need it or something to keep your life together, and then keep coming here and make your life perfect. Whatever you need to do. I don't want to hear all this stuff that I hear, sometimes. People having problems, and they're, even our Sangha, coming people making people unhappy because they can't, they won't get a job if they need it or something. That's enough of that. I hear all these complaints. It makes me unhappy too because I had to deal with this. Come on, just survive, man. There's so many things you can do out there, man. I kind of, get it how when St. Paul said, hey, man, if you don't work, you eat, because you get sometimes these freeloaders, man. They come and they don't want to keep their life together. They want to come, oh, well, no, I want to do it like Gohari, and do like this, and they can't do anything. And they, hey, man, the Lord has given you, hands, and he's given you a brain, and that right now you can't do what I'm doing, man. This is, if this wasn't working, I would be out getting a job. I got to survive, right? Everybody, we got to survive in life. And don't try to imitate. You can't, this has to come just naturally, or forget it, man. This got to be a job. You got to be supporting people with some kind of service you're doing, man. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. And by the way, anybody in our Sangha, if they ask for you for money and stuff, check with me at least. Come on, don't do this over and over again. People keep doing this. Don't just because, and then you get unhappy, and and you wonder, well, you check with me a little bit, because we're kind of a group, and then some people take advantage, and so check with me first, because maybe I'll have some information, and sometimes I need some information. So we need a communication going, what's going on in our Sangha, so otherwise things happen and you wonder, oh God, I'm really unhappy. I got screwed, So, and some people just come here out of the blue, and they come here just to, they go into become part of the Sangha so they can come and leech off you and stuff like that. So be careful, man. It's happened over and over again. That's why I keep periodically saying this, because I have to, keeps periodically happening. I don't want people to be unhappy here. There's no reason for it. You should be able, you just take care of your life, what you do, and come here. There's only a couple rules. One rule is come and join the party every day and take care of your shit, man, whatever you need to do that. Yeah. I mean, if people have problems and all that, well, of course we work it out. We're always trying to help people out at sometimes. But, over and over again, sometimes people say, no, I'm going to make this a lifestyle. Yeah, so let's not do that. Okay, enough of that. Just announcement there. Something I've been dealing with in the last couple of days. Yeah. So, spiritual enlightenment takes place at once with contact with the Supreme Lord. See, contact. And, it's like you got paper and you got glue. See, if you got glue, the glue and the paper will stick together. That's devotion. See, it gets us to stick to the paper. Otherwise, the Lord doesn't stick to us. You can't, you just need the, you need the glue and the paper together. That glue is devotion. See, so that's the gift of Lord Caitanya through his real devotees. Without it, you just got nothing but what we see, superficial worship. Rules, regulations, ceremony, external bhakti. And that message is perpetuated. See, we need a new narrative in this world, and this is the new narrative. This is to promote the new age of enlightenment, not just this superficial thing. This is religion, man. That's been done, and they just keep speaking that narrative. Yeah, rules, regulations, and everything. But see, Bhagavatam speaks another narrative. It speaks the narrative of true enlightenment and the process. You hear from devotees who have actually realized Krishna. They're that conch shell the Lord uses to announce his presence. Okay? That's a symbolic of that. That's here, man. Do you hear the conch shell? Do you hear the announcement? Do you hear the new good news? You know, the good news is the message. You don't hear from this conch shell rules, regulations, and ceremonies, and just do external bhakti. Or you don't hear a message, Radhe, 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 but I can't give you Radhe and Krishna. But so you just do rules and regulations anyway, and I'll just Radhe, 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 and I'll just act like a sahaja. Okay? I can't communicate. Oh, well, many lifetimes for you to have it, but you can't get Radhe and Krishna. Too bad for you, man. You're not as good as I am, and you never will be, because I'm special. I'm exalted. You ready? You done with that bullshit yet? We ready for the real thing? You see, I ain't anything special, but you guys are getting Krishna. What's that saying? I think you got a real conch shell here, man. He's really tooting something, man. He ain't shooting blanks. He's shooting Krishna right in your heart, huh? You're feeling it, right? You're feeling God, huh? So I can say what I want because it's true, everything, right? It works. And they don't like it because what they say are lies and hypocrisies and bullshit, man. It don't do anything for you much, huh? Just keeps them on their thrones, and you're all, oh, sheeple, oh, my authority, Gurudev, who'd never done anything spiritual for me. Oh, just please deliver me. Let's keep this illusion going. And Gauri's saying, no, let's not keep this illusion going. Let's get real forever, huh? They don't like that, do they? Hey, we had a nice narrative going here. We got this checklist of what keeps us in our places and, keeps this merry-go-round. It's not very merry, but we're going around, but it's not a very merry trip. Hey, man, ready to get real? You want some real shelter? You want Krishna? Hey, man, it's here. That's what we do here. We do the real thing, Radha and Krishna, Lord Caitanya, man. You get to feel them. You get to live with them forever. Don't you get enough witnesses here? You still want to believe in bullshit and lies and hypocrisies? The Pharisee type trip, Well, some person around here that's kicking the Pharisees off their throne, just like Jesus did. We only bow to Shuddha Bhakti, man. That's the essence of this preaching. Only bow and teach you how to recognize Shuddha Bhakti. Oh, you're not good with that? Well, go learn to play the piano from Acharya Deves and Radhanas and go prance around, give them all your money and get nothing back. At least you give money here, you get something tangible. You get real shelter, huh? You don't even have to give. Isn't that amazing? You come to a place you don't have to give and you get shelter. Isn't that great? I love that. You give or don't give, it's up to you, man. Ooh, she's wearing shorts today. Never seen Lalita in shorts. Whatever. What's going on here? She going to the beach or what? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Everyone can think of me what they want, but I can say what I feel. Real love in a great family. Hey, the Lord's given you, He's given you gifts Fanny and everybody, these are gifts of the Lord. Blast me with that Satchitananda. Yeah. Anyway, let's read on here. See, check it out. Oops. Yes. Yeah. The Lord is present in every particle of existence, and he can manifest his presence in anyone. Okay? See that, and we need to look at that. Where is this presence manifested? See, he can manifest in anyone. Where is this? You got to be something big. This is false ego. You got to be a big sannyasi. That's why, a lot of this preaching, they put on these dresses so they can look important, and they're no better than you, actually. This is Kali Yuga. Welcome to Kali Yuga, man. Don't you, people, you need to hear the Bhagavatam from a person who says, hey, man, Lord Indra made all these bogus sannyasis, man. And there are a lot of them, they're in your groups and in your religions. And you're worshiping them for deliverance, and they can only deliver you a pizza at best. Or they can work for Amazon and give you some mundane product. There's a lot of that going on. I've been to India. I've seen a lot of that. Oh, you don't think that's going on in ISKCON and all these other cons? We're here to teach people how to take shelter of the truth. You're not good with that? Well, go to the cons out there, giving you something else other than shelter of spirit, which is devotion, and truth, which solidifies that devotion and keeps it straight like an arrow. See? Yeah. Not good with that? No, go somewhere else, man. Yeah. The Lord is present in every particle of existence. He can manifest his presence in anyone. By ardent love and devotional service to the Lord, or in other words, by spiritual contact with the Lord. See? That's spirit. You see, he just confirmed what I just said, didn't he? See, that's what we need more of, confirming what Guru says. Confirming what the scriptures say. And then you understand. Okay? By ardent love. And that love is transcendental. It's not mundane. It's not love of dog superimposed on God. Spiritual love is transcendental, my friends. It's pure, it's spiritual. It takes you out of ignorance, not puts you in ignorance. When you love the world and you love worldly people, you're controlled by the world. That's Maya's trick. That's why you come here, you'll get the real love of God, and you won't be controlled by your husbands and your wives and your dogs and your goldfish. Or your kitty cats or any of that. Already here, even River says, oh, these people, these men, usually it's men, they want to be guru, they want to be my guru. I said, well, they're not any better than you are. You're an ecstatic devotee, man. Why are you playing that game? Why are you followers of mundane gurus playing that game? You don't have to play that game now. You'll only play that game if you don't come around devotees who have Satchitananda message in this world. You didn't see the disciples of Jesus worshiping the Pharisees. No, they preached against that, man. They just like Gohari preaches against Pharisee worship. I'm sorry, don't worship sannyasis, Brahmins, or gurus who are not spiritually. That's the whole point of being a worshipable guru. Good as God. What is this? Just a friggin' word? You better be used as a by medium for Krishna's grace. Can you prove it? Are you an example? Are you an emanation? From you does prema emanate? And by your word, is it solid, man? Is it clear? Is it non-different from scripture? Can people feel your word, man? Literally. Does it make an impression? Or is it just something in your mind? Speculation. You're controlled by the speculation of these mundane teachers. Okay. We're here for deliverance. Anybody want to be delivered out of illusion forever? Well, you come here, man. And yeah, it's tough, man. All your illusions are going to be smashed. All that's going to be left is spirit, man, and the shelter of spirit. If you're not good with that, we'll go to something mundane, you know? I don't have time for this, right? Lalita doesn't have time for this either, man, you know? She's a busy lady. Yeah. So, by ardent love and devotional service to the Lord. See, so actually, ardent love comes from devotional service of the devotees who got this special mercy. This is our job. This is our work. This is our play. This is our mission. Is to distribute this ardent love, which is spontaneous. This is not material. This is a gift of Lord Caitanya through his real associates. And that's going on here. And as far as I can see, amongst the Vaishnavas, only here. Yeah, and if it is going on, let's hear some, let's see some proof of it. No, just all this blah blah blah, you know, all these, you know, preaching and all. Well, let's see some demonstrations. Let's see some glorifications of what your guru has done for you. That's confirmed in the book that they are conch shells for Krishna's true grace. Hey man, this is Kali Yuga. The only thing that's available of worthwhile is love of Krishna, bhakti, pure bhakti. That's the only thing. Why would you want anything else? The Lord is giving it so easily when you go to the real associate of the Lord. What else do you want that is like that? What? You can get prema? That's here. That's what we're here for. On the order of Prabhupada. Already proven that orders was not just a pipe dream. It's a piped dream into this world. We're piping out that message, man. Coming through the pipe. Coming through the conch. Come here and get Lord Caitanya as your friend. I was talking to Maria yesterday. She says, yeah, I says, you talk to him. Yeah, I talk to him all the time. Yeah, he's my friend. I said, is this forever? Yes. I mean, such natural. Must have just come from another life. And, I'm starting to think maybe she's not as ordinary as I was thinking. Maybe she's probably kind of a little. She doesn't like it. She always gets back on me about that. Ooh, I'm just ordinary, huh? Oh, and I'm incompetent. Oh, she does. Boy, is she a secretary, man. She's very competent. See, we're just here. A lot of people, see, we're here, just like the book says, to deliver the devotees. See, that's our job, is to deliver them what? Shelter. They need it, Even if you have bhakti, you need it, man, because you need the role models. You need some solidness, everywhere you're looking, there's an illusion in this world. You could have bhakti, but everywhere you look is an illusion. You got these so-called gurus. They can't even reflect your own real bhakti. What are you going to do for the devotees? We're here to deliver the devotees, man. Any devotees out there? Do you know what I'm talking about? Anybody catch this video on Facebook Live that know what I'm talking about? That your gurus can't reflect back to you what you really are and just make you miserable being in that association? Like I was, like other devotees here were? We're here for you. If you're a real devotees and you know what I'm talking about because Krishna is actually living in you and you just haven't had anybody reflect back, these truths, come here. That's what we're here for. Here to pick you up, man. The ship is here. Come on board, man. It's a cruise liner. Has a lot of space. You ever see these cruise ships? Big, man. A lot of space. Hey, we got a lot of space here, man. Come. We got all these little nice rooms. They're comfortable. Yeah. Is this too bold of a message there, Lalita? Should I tone it down a little bit or something? What do you think?
No. You can't hear me, I think. I don't think you
You
hear
can't
me.
hear me? Oh, okay.
I can hear you, but you muted me.
Well, I know. I see when I use this, I can. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. I forgot. I muted. It's not that I muted you. It's just I have only a one-way thing. Oh, wait a second. If I wanna listen, I just do this now. I forgot. Okay, that's the wrong one. Say something, Lalita.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
amused. Yeah.
I got it. I got you now. Okay. Okay, or in other words, by spiritual contact. See, spiritual contact is done with the love of God. See, that gives us contact. Otherwise we don't really have contact. It's in name only. See, that's like Lord Caitanya met the Tattvadis, which were like Vaishnavas, most of them now. They're just doing external devotional service. Okay, that's preliminaries. But they didn't have spiritual contact. See, they didn't have the devotion. So the Lord came to give them the devotion. That's why he came to the planet. That's why we're here. We're here to give the Vaishnavas devotion. So you're not the example of the Tattvadis and die like that. In superficial worship, in Varnashram Dharma only. You see, Chaitanya Leela is enforced now on the order of Prabhupada. Yeah. See, spiritual contact, you got to feel it. You got to feel Krishna. Oh, Krishna is so wonderful. His name is so great. Oh, it gives me inspiration. See, you got to feel the transcendental presence. And this is the miracle potency of God. If you don't have that connection, and that only comes through as real devotees. That's the idea of the spiritual master principle. See? That's why we harp on that. That keeps everything together. See, we just need to have it organized under, everything being like in the truth. Yeah. So everything becomes spiritually reddened like the conch shell in the grip of the Lord. See, this is it. Simple. In the grip. Are you in the grip of the Lord? He grips his devotees firmly. That's what you see. You see the firmness of the Lord through the firmness of the devotees being gripped by God. That's why their preaching's uncompromised. Because firm grip. No, it's not slipping out of the Lord's hand. We're not. Everything becomes spiritually reddened. See, reddened, full of love. See, red, and even the devotees' faces, their eyes get a little red because of devotion and bhakti. Cheeks get red, more blood flows through them. This is the thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the Paramahamsa, or the supremely intelligent person, see, that's what you need, Paramahamsa. It's amazing. See, whoever the Lord chooses can become a Paramahamsa. Proven here. Look, they call it Gaurahari Paramahamsa. Why? Because if you see that, do I ever say, oh, I'm so intelligent? No, I say the Lord's so intelligent. And if he grips you, oh, you come across. I mean, I listen to my own thing. I think, boy, that's really nicely done. It's like almost like Prabhupada would say in his way. It's like he must be gripped by the Lord. And I think, this fool Gohari is being gripped by the Lord too. That's why, the people, they want to, develop their intelligence. Oh, there's no need. It's more easy than that. Just get in the grip, get gripped by the Lord, and you're tapped into the Lord's intelligence. His infinite intelligence. He's the intelligent. I mean, live in Bhagavad Gita verses. That's the real self. That's the real truth. That's the real intelligence. That's the real mind. I am the intelligent of the intelligent. That I is not the false ego. It's Krishna. It's wonderful to live like that. That's why there's no fear for devotee. They live in the Lord lives in them. Enlightenment. The age of enlightenment. You want to be like that? Or you want to worship these mundane leaders and all that and always be weak and less intelligent? I tell you, that's why I'm not convinced that Narayan Raj was anything that special, because his disciples can't even understand this intelligence. Why hasn't he transferred this intelligence to them? This kind of intelligence where they can appreciate. I mean, I finally stopped looking for confirmation in him and in these Babajis and everything, because people still now, they do this thing. What Mahabhagavat is confirming your realizing? Well, I tried that. I haven't found one except Prabhupada saying, oh, very good, Gauri. Sat right down next to me. You're really getting it. And you give that out to the world. Don't worry about these people that don't get it and can't confirm your realizations. So I'll confirm your realizations. Lord Caitanya will confirm your realizations. And that's what we do here. This stuff is so deep and so intelligent and so beyond anything that any human being can do. And the Lord says, well, Gauri is going to prove it because I'm going to prove it. I prove their words to be true. Right? Isn't that what's going on? Yeah. Are you, Dave? Yes, Radhanath, that's what's going on here. My Lord proves these words to be true, that these are acceptable to him. Otherwise, you guys would not have your experience you got. That's my Lord proving it, because none of these guys could have proved it. And they can't even prove it in their disciples, not even one. So what are you doing over there? You don't want to be around where God has proven the words of a person speaking these things? Oh, you rather be around these gurus that God doesn't prove and give you a spiritual experience, an intimate encounter with him? Oh, you think that's better? Well, hey, man, you're less intelligent for sure. The Lord doesn't give me that intelligence, and anybody coming here listening, you don't get that intelligence either. I give you the Lord's intelligence. I get it myself too. That's why I come. I love living on. Well, I'm just part of the audience like you also. I also get the intelligence. I just do my work. I follow the order of Prabhupada. And the Lord proves this work to be true. People get all kinds of wonderful gifts. And you guys don't even think these gifts are wonderful. Oh, to have Lord Caitanya to go to the bathroom with you. And actually all four of them now going to, and to live with them day and night, and to feel like the Lord is my life and soul, even as much as my dog. Or look at the ecstasy and what? Do I need to show the glories of what my Lord is doing for, like Lalita, you chant like her. You open your mouth and chant and start laughing like a mad woman for, as long as she wants to chant. And feel all these and read from Govinda Leela and Brita every day with great relish. You show me one guru, much less a disciple doing that. Come on, man. I know I'm tooting the horn, man. Oh, what do you expect from conch shells that are gripped by God, Krishna? They redden the atmosphere, man. Oh, wait, you want any fannies? You got any fannies out there like that? Having experiences like that? You got any rivers, hooked to machines? You're more enlightened than 1,000 of these ISKCON gurus? Have the symptoms. Many people have the symptoms of what these devotees were expressing 550 years ago and giving it out to people like we are. And you got none of that going on except here, and you're over there? Are you kidding? Is your intelligence kicking in from hearing these words? You think that's more intelligent to be where you don't see real spiritual encounters and experiences of God here? And you think being over there is more important? What, are you not thinking straight? You watch a few of these videos. I think we'll kick in your intelligence and kick out your illusions. People need to get real, man. The real mercy of Lord Caitanya is obviously here. You got to be really blind not to see it. Ridiculous after a while, the more it's like, God damn, I'm starting to even really get it, man. It's like see, remember the story, people think, oh, Gory, you're so this, you're that, nobody speaks like you, go, our gurus don't speak. Of course they can't speak like this. Of course they can't do like this, because they're not gripped by that Lord. Otherwise, stuff like this would happen. Bhaktivinoda says uncommon preceptor, man. Got to be uncommon, man. What, you want me to be a common guru that says common things, that don't do anything much, can't produce a spiritual awakening in others? Oh, you want me to preach Chaitanya Leela without being Chaitanya Leela? You got to be that story, my friends. No, Lord Caitanya said, hey, is your son your father? Are you the father of your son? And the father said, no, my son is my spiritual father. Your mercy was upon him first. And we attain devotion to Krishna and all its symptoms by him. Therefore, he is our spiritual guru. He is our spiritual father. And Lord Caitanya said, yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to others is certainly the spiritual master. Well, are you certain any of those guys are actually gurus? Where have you seen ecstatic devotion to Krishna awakened with all its symptoms listed in the book? Where have you seen that? Are you so certain? Or are you really certain here that, yes, it is correct? This person is going by the book. What's happening in the book is happening in their real life and in the real life of others. Now, what is a better deal? What is more guru, sadhu, shastra? What, all that shuck and jive about it with no action? Where's the action, man? Where's Lord Chaitanya's action movie? I like, anybody with any sense likes action movies. Where's the action, man? Where's the action of Lord Chaitanya's grace that was here 550 years ago? I think only in this Sangha, to be honest with you. To be frank, and direct. Not all this flim-flam stuff. Where is the action of Lord Caitanya? That should be the question in all the Vaishnavas and all. Where is that action of love of God being distributed, right? What are you worshiping this God for? Wasn't that what he came to give? Love of Krishna? Well, where is that now? Well, that's here. Where else? Well, that's where the action is. But I haven't seen it. And nobody is willing to prove it. There are all these little talking heads on the internet that don't talk. Pictures, blah, blah, blah. But no, nothing. Nobody, nobody coming online. Nobody coming and having an interview. No discussions. They sit back wherever they are and just say all these words, but we don't know if there's any feelings behind them, do we? With no energy behind it, no awakenings in others. Nobody saying, yeah, I had this, my guru, by being with my guru, love of Krishna is awakened, and I had all these transcendental, and we could look in the book and say, wow, okay, it's great. But we get none of that, do we? Except here. Yeah. This is called knowledge, man. You don't have to be a rocket science to get it. You just have to hear here. Here, not over there. They don't teach you that. They don't teach you the real science of Krishna consciousness, do they? This is the real science. It's a scientific process. You come to an association of real devotees who have the real mercy of the Lord Caitanya, real love of Krishna, and you get it. You get all your miseries of and ignorance destroyed because you listen to some good sense. Finally, logic, clarity, real intelligence, like Prabhupada says. See, the real devotees have real intelligence. Isn't that attractive with Prabhupada? You could tell this person had real intelligence, real experience of God. Okay? That's what you should be looking for in life. Otherwise, you don't progress. That's why you see these people are more or less like they started. See, because they need association with the new message. See, this is the new narrative for the Vaishnavas. This is the New Testament. See, Testament is testimony. See, that's the message. It came from Moses at first, right? For thousands of years that was enforced. Rules, regulations, don't worship mundane things. Mundane persons, mundane objects. Worship that which is God, of a God. Okay. And then Jesus came with the New Testament. See, it's a new narrative. What is that narrative? Holy Spirit worship and all that. Then Lord Caitanya came with the same kind of narrative, just more explained. Well, where's that narrative now? Well, it's just in Chaitanya Charitamrita, postgraduate. Our gurus don't teach us that narrative. Well, that's my work here. I'm here under the orders of the Parampara to teach the narrative of Lord Caitanya. Lord Chaitanya's grace. You can get Prema Bhakti in this life. See, that's his narrative. That's what he taught. That's what his real devotees taught back then. What narrative? Well, I don't know. We're still going on the beginning narrative, in the back over there. Varnashram Dharma. We're going to dedicate our lives to Varnashram Dharma. And by gradually following this process, yes, devotion will awaken after we get through anartha nivrittis and ruchis, and then maybe some ashaktis, and then in some future life, bhavs. Or some other speculation, or just by chanting my 16 dry rounds, I'm going to enter Vrindavan with all these ecstatic devotees, even though I've never developed any ecstatic devotion here. That bullshit narrative. What bullshit narratives are? You need the narrative of the absolute truth from the real conch shells of Krishna, announcing a very deep message that's going to deliver you.
Direct message.
Direct. That means direct. Message means the door is open. Direct entrance. You're not in, what do you want to go and stay in a matrix out there? You go in this door and it's an empty thing, another door and another door and another door. That's the material universe. We got knowledge here, man. We got the ecstasy here to understand this knowledge. This is the door here, is this Sangha. If you don't have faith in this, well, then you're on the long path. Go follow Narayan Raja's many lifetimes before you get prema. That's prema was here 550 years ago. That message is here again. Same message, same ecstasy, laughing, crying, choking up, all this wonderful stuff, feeling Lord Chaitanya's presence. Some people seeing Lord Caitanya. Even back then, some devotees saw the Lord when he was not here, or he was in another place. They saw, like Maria sees. Same thing, same Leela, the same thing. Srivas, there's a whole pastime about that. There was a Nikula Brahmachari. He would just meditate, he would see the Lord, literally see him. And actually Srivas was like, is he really seeing him? Like I said, also think, is she really seeing him? And things, well, he's like this, the Dvaitachari is very bubbly and all that. She even tells you, don't tell me anything. She also wants confirmation. You just mention their name and I'll see if they come and I'll describe who I'm seeing. Now that's honest. Now that's an honest person, huh? That's the kind of people we get here. That's why the Lord chooses people like that. They're honest and sincere. See? Amazing, isn't it? The same thing that happened then happens again. The same kind of thing. Because why? Because the Lord is also here with us, like he was then. He wants to be with us, right? Just listen to this is the new narrative. This is the New Testament for beginning with the Vaishnavas, but anybody can come, just like then, just like now. Even with Jesus, you didn't have to be Jewish after time. They came first to the Jews, and then they opened it up for everybody. We also open it up for everybody. Whoever comes here, you'll get more mercy than 1,000 of those gurus, and that's just a fact. There's none of these gurus that can show the kind of devotion that some of my disciples are already manifesting. Not even one. Show me if that's true, if it's not true. That's all I'm asking. If I'm just speaking in the wind, come on, let's see some real thing. But she just goes right on the chants every day. Johan also, and River, they sit there chanting ecstasy. He's showing that, hey man, this is the mercy of the Lord. This is what we're here to share with people. You want this shelter? You want to have the shelter of ecstatic devotion? Because that's what it's all about, ecstatic devotion. Ecstatic worship of the word, right? Bottom line, that's here. That's manifest. Why not come get the food, man? Why not get the bread of life? Why not get the buttered bread? What are you waiting for? Chop, chop. Come get the chop suey. Aren't you tired of the chop fooey? Everybody's eating chop fooey, man. Compared to this is chop suey, man. Suey. See, everything becomes spiritually reddened, like the conch shell in the grip of the Lord. See, everything becomes alive. See? We become alive. See? And the Paramahamsa, or the supremely intelligent person, that should be your, okay, people saying, well, no, Acharya Dev, he's supremely intelligent person. He went to school, he's got a big PhD. Well, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, I have a new narrative for you, how to discern what is a supremely intelligent person. A supremely intelligent person understands the confidential nature of Lord Chaitanya's descent into this world. It was to relish the mellows of devotion and to give that to others. And the supremely intelligent person can communicate that message to others where they get it. They get that potency. See? They have the supreme intelligence of the Lord. Why? Because they have the supreme ananda of the Lord, proving they got a spiritual body that's connected to the transcendental Lord and communicating that to others. Now, that's the supremely intelligent person, and that is the supremely ecstatic person. That's such an ananda. That's what this world is being crowned with just as we speak now. That is the new narrative. That is the real shelter of the Lord that even Vaidhi Bhaktas need, that they've been fighting against and all that stuff. Like Jarasandha, he was fought against Krishna, ecstatic Krishna. Oh, Krishna, he doesn't wear any shoes. We don't like him. I don't like him. He should be wearing shoes. He should, all these things. You should do this and shouldn't do that. And Krishna says, I can do what I want, man. I can liberate people. I come from Vrindavan, man. I'm powered up with my devotees, my relationship with my devotees. Yeah. Anybody coming here, you can get devotion very easily. Especially if you're a Vaidhi Bhakti and you've been following rules and regulations and you purified yourself to that point and you come here, it'll just be very easy for you. Like Johan, you see, he followed strictly everything. Look how easy Bhakti awakened in that guy. And look how deep. Yeah. Could you imagine other Vaidhi Bhaktas that have been sincere? I know a lot of you Vaidhi Bhaktas out there are very sincere. You dedicated your lives to Krishna and everything. But this is the crown, and you want to be crowned, otherwise you don't have your crown yet. The crown is this kind of devotion, and it comes through where the Lord is manifesting his special grace. Where is that conch shell heralding the new message? Well, I'm sure this is this is the new message. None of your gurus can preach like this, not even one. You can't get this narrative that actually works. You believe in this preaching, you're going to get the result, which is ecstatic devotion in this life. It's not the narrative. Oh, well, my guru taught me the narrative that many lifetimes before I get prema, I got to purify myself by my dry chanting and do big austerities. That narrative. No, there's a new narrative here. No, you come here, hang out with ecstatic devotees, and this will rub off, this ecstasy will rub off on you. It'll rub away and erase all your anartas, all that stuff you couldn't get rid of with your dry chanting. This word will destroy all your ignorant understanding, all your less intelligent, your less intelligent intelligence. Because you haven't been with somebody that has the supreme intelligence. Because they know it's not theirs. You notice? Prabhupada didn't say, I wrote these books. Krishna dictated these books. Ramananda Roy said, my conversation with you is not of me, it's from you. Jesus Christ said, of myself I could do nothing. And Gaur Das says the same thing, doesn't he? Why is that? Why didn't I have to get a PhD to preach to intelligent people? No, intelligent people come here. Less intelligent people don't. Acharya Dev, until he proves differently, is less intelligent, in my estimation. You know why? Because he doesn't come here. Amy is more intelligent, simply because she comes here. And that's just how it is. because we don't take shelter of our own intelligence, of our own degrees. No, we take shelter of Krishna's intelligence, starting with yours truly. This is what I see in the book. This produces results. Therefore, the Lord is saying, what you say is acceptable to me because I prove your words to be true. He proves these words. No human being can prove these words. No human being can awaken ecstatic love of God or the grace of God. He has to prove these words. Okay? That's just how it works. It's always worked like that. The Lord proved Jesus Christ's words to be true in the Holy Spirit awakening, that none of the Pharisees' words could do. Their narratives didn't work. Listen, people, you can become instantly intelligent here. You can understand things as they are here very easily. You've been listening to the narratives of Fauci's and Bill Gates and Biden's and Trump's. Look where it's got you. Ignorance, deeper and deeper in ignorance. You've been listening to these gurus. What has it got you? I just asked you the question. Have you gotten what you really wanted? If it's, oh yeah, I got my position. I'm also sannyasi. I also got brahmacharis collecting for me and worshiping me. Oh my Gurudev and all that. Yeah, I got what I want. Well, okay, that's not who we're speaking to. Have you got Krishna? Have you got the ultimate realization of the Lord? Do you feel God's presence? Do you want to feel God's presence like here? Okay? Well, that's what this narrative is. You come and listen to this narrative, it produces that result of love of Krishna in this life. Otherwise, go to these other bogies. Go out to Narayan Raj and listen to the many lifetime preaching. Oh, if you don't respect this message above that one, you stay there and you for many lifetimes until you get that prema, because you'll have to find this situation and put this preaching above all of that. You have to put this preaching above the preliminaries of Varnashram Dharma preaching. And Prabhupada is good with that. You got to put this preaching above Jesus Christ's preaching. And Jesus Christ is good with that. Why? Because they're progressive. They're intelligent persons. And if you have a problem with that, oh, see, he said he wants to put this preaching above Prabhupada. Yeah, you're darn tootin', because you get this ecstatic devotion because of doing that. Even John the Baptist was good. He says, yeah, put my preaching, it has to decrease, and his message, his good news has to increase. Yes, Prabhupada's Varnashram Dharma message has to decrease if you want to be progressive. Otherwise, you're stuck in that narrative. And if you're okay with being in that, okay, well, fine. Then take your many lifetimes. If you're stuck in the Narayan Raj narrative, oh, Prema Bhakti, you got to go this long path. You got to come to Bhajana Kriya and an art and a vritti. All your life, you're going to be renouncing and getting detached. And you want to go? Well, go for that narrative, man. Or you want, hey, man, come here, hang out with ecstatic devotees, have a great time, relax, have some popcorn if you get a little nervous or something from this intense preaching and powerful preaching. Enjoy the wonderful relationship of Lord Caitanya, because he's giving people very easily that relationship here. And you're all on the real bus, whatever stage you're at, or, and whatever you can handle, because, some people want to go slower, okay, fine. You could be around those who've gone faster. That's all. It's encouraging. Isn't it? Isn't it encouraging to be around? Well, I can't go that fast, but, it's nice to be around to know that I'm on the right bus. Isn't it nice to know you're on the right bus going to the right place? Directly, this is the express bus, and you can go at whatever pace you need, but you're on the right bus, the quick bus, the express bus to Vrindavan. So, ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case. Well, maybe for a while, but we'll come up with new cases. It's like the cases of the virus. They always have new outbreaks. So we always have new outbreaks of truth. There's an imminent outbreak of the absolute truth coming shortly again. I'm not even sure I'm finished with this one yet. Hey, take advantage. We've got to take advantage of a good crisis. There's a crisis now, man. People are stuck in the cycle of birth and death. Big crisis. So look at this. Everything becomes spiritually reddened like a conch shell in the grip of the Lord. And the Paramahamsa, or the supremely intelligent person, plays the part of a ducking swan in the water of spiritual bliss. Now, is that perfect or what? Do you see how perfect those verses are? Yum, yum. That's a supremely intelligent person. That's a realized person. That's a person that has actually spiritual experience and contact with Krishna. Why can I appreciate it and some people here appreciate it? Because that's your experience too. You like to be around such ducking swans. Why wouldn't you want to be around such ducking swans? Those ducking swans are here. The supremely intelligent persons are here. In spiritual bliss is here. Why would you be anywhere else where that qualities are? The book Bhagavat is here in living color, in example, embodied in the flesh. The word and the ecstasy made flesh. See, even we just gave a purport on the Bible that not even one person is. These things just kind of roll off our tongue. Where did you hear that? They talk about the word made flesh. But where is the word and the ecstasy made flesh? That's the complete picture. What did you say?
And the word became flesh, came in the body.
Yeah. And the ecstasy. See, that's important. This is what people need to get more clarity on how important that is. That's our job. That's our niche. That's our brand. It's copyrighted. Yes, my friends, we have a copyright on this. Not because we're actually doing it. The Lord has made a copyright. He's saying, only my devotees can pass this on. Because of their ecstatic love, he's going to appear in the world, in your world. Hey, forget about the world, your world, and deliver you. Hey, doesn't that happen here, Lalita? Hey? Without ecstatic love, he doesn't appear in your world. That's why I ask you. You're following these people for 5, 10, 20 years. Has the Lord appeared in your world and delivered you with the same ecstasy that your guru is supposed to have, but probably doesn't because it's not happening in you? And they don't have the power to awaken it in you. Yeah, that power has been given here. That's our work. That's our niche. That's our copyright. You can also have this. The Lord may give you a copyright on this too, but you got to be right. Not a copy. You have to be a right copy of the way it works, of the book in living life. See? People have to look at you and say, this is a perfect copy of this book, man. Yeah, this is the book, this is the map and the territory. This is the territory of the map. Like in neurolinguistic program, they say the map is not the territory. The map is not the territory, you know? But they can't complete the thing. We complete it. Oh yeah, here, the map, here, the book is the map. And our lives is the territory. Our bodies, our emotions, our minds, you know, are steeped in the supreme intelligence of Krishna and prove it. Right? We're here to manifest Krishna's emotions, right? He's ecstatic. Yeah, what about your, that's why I keep putting it on the gurus, man, to try to snap some eyes open, slap some ears open. Man, what guru is manifesting Krishna in this world? That's the question you should be asking. Does my guru manifest that Lord that I'm trying to attain? Because if they have done manifesting, they haven't attained it, or they're hiding it back and giving you a bunch of rules. But that's the old school, man. That's, you know, the Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Vinod, and Bhakti, Prabhupada just gave you the rule book, man. Now we're giving Radha Krishna rule over you. Lord Caitanya ecstasy rule over you. His intelligence to rule over you. That's transcending the false ego in a practical way. You got to have a guru like that. I transcend the false ego simply by being in the Lord's intelligence, being in the Lord's ecstasy. Where's the false ego problem? When you're in the Lord and He's in you, where's the question of false ego? You got the real ego, right? Hey, man, the real ego is the ecstasy of my God. My God is ecstatic. The real ego is His intelligence. So where's the false ego identification, my friends? I ask you the question. I just be in my Lord. Don't I prove that this is the Lord's intelligence that I'm in now and He's in me? We don't get enough proof. Well, give me another day. I love proving it, man. Isn't it nice to prove these things every day, Lalita? Gotta have some, you know, you might as well. We just want to prove the Lord's mercy is here. Prove that it's in the devotees. Prove it could be in you. You want to be encounter with God every day like this? Huh? You want to be supremely intelligent by being in His intelligence? You want to be supremely ecstatic and happy like He is and in His ecstasy? You want to promote that in this world, or Him in this world and her in this world? And you want to be ruled by Radha's ecstasy? You want to be ruled by Krishna's truth and intelligence? Well, come here. That's what we do, man. This is, we're copyrighted. Has anybody else got this copyright? You can all see this copyright you can have, but I think you can only have if you come here. I don't think these guys have authorized copyrights. This is, they don't have copies of what happened 550 years ago. They're not a copy of that. You got to be a carbon copy of that. As I say, prove us different. Prove us you're a carbon copy of the ecstasy of Lord Caitanya and Nityananda and their followers. Prove us you're a carbon copy of the intelligence of the real teachings, the powerful, the strong, the clear, the logical, the intelligent teachings of this book, Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Li. Prove that. Prove that the Lord proves that this is transmitted and awakened in others because you have real love of Krishna. I mean, come on, man. Why be a representative of Vrindavan or Mayapur if you're not a real representative? Why not just go to the real representatives and become a real guru? It's very easy to become guru now, or very hard. They stay non-gurus, really. I mean, to me, I'm in the preaching now. What is a guru and what is non-guru? Non-guru can't awaken bhakti in you. All other paths, they're useless paths now. This is Prabodhanandana Saraswati's preaching in force, reawakened again. Why are you following all these other useless paths when the grace of Lord Caitanya is here? And it is. It's in force now. It's enforced. We're enforcing it. We're enforcing this narrative now. This narrative trumps everything. Why wouldn't the grace of Lord Caitanya trump everything? Why? What? You don't want to feel empowered, ecstatically happy in your life? Clear? And the power to deliver others, you get actual spiritual power, and your word makes an impression on others and enlivens their bhakti, awakens their bhakti. You don't want a life like that? Well, that's what I'm into. You know? If not, we'll go out to the impotent out there. Lots of paths out there, not very potent, very, very weak. This is too strong for you. Just isn't it nice to just have even if we have a few friends, whatever you send, Lord, we'll consider prasadam. Don't have to be big followers of a bunch of people that are bullshitters and liars, and they may come here so they want to usurp the power. You know, who wants? I don't want what Prabhupada did. He knew that too. He said, yeah, we'll just get everything kind of going, man. You know, and then later on we'll boil the milk, man. You come here, we'll boil you. Are you into being boiled? Yeah, go ahead. What?
They have no idea what power is. They have no idea how it feels to be empowered. No idea. No idea. They want power. Well, let them come here. They will receive some real power.
Yeah, this is enduring, man. How about the power to wake up people's relationship with Krishna? That's amazing. That's what real, I mean, you know, real guru is not just to put on a show. Real guru, well, it is and it isn't. If you just put on a show that is weak, that lacks the truth. See, this show doesn't lack the truth. This is based on the truth. See, isn't it? Don't I prove that? I show you in the books that the real spiritual master is an ecstatic devotee. The real associates of the Lord are ecstasy. They have real, genuine love for Lord Caitanya and Radha and Krishna. Yeah. See, I mean, I don't know any other place that's so clear, actually. That's why I had to go and look for it out there. I never found it. And that's why I preach like I'm just reporting my experience to the Vaishnavas, you know, and what else can we do? What else can they do? They want to prove their case. Well, I got to prove my case, right? You know, they're proving that they're gurus and I'm proving that they're not. I went to them to try to find some, like reflection of what, or something better than what they claim that they have better than me, you know, better than my experience of God. I mean, look at Prabhupada. He couldn't even go to his godbrothers. He said, oh, God, they're manifesting these baser qualities. He found a couple of Babajis, I think, you know, but not many. I mean, you know, a lot of it, it's very rare to find somebody that is a conch shell for the real Krishna nowadays. I mean, I'll challenge everyone. I challenge all you gurus. You don't like these words? Well, come and prove them wrong. That's all right. But not one of you will do it because you can't, you know? And as I say, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Prove it. Come here and do it. Prove that what I'm saying is not true. Prove that we're covering bhakti when I say we're uncovering it. We're uncovering it in people. They're actually having a testimony. They're standing up like none of you or your disciples can do.
They have no fanny.
Yeah. I mean, even that guy, you know, they're standing up for his guru, which is a good sign and all that. But hey, man, what have you got from your guru? I want to see that. Okay, you're saying, you know, and he seems to be sort of liking what we do. All right, fine. But as a disciple, and you're promoting your guru, okay, what have you gotten from that guru? Have you noticed? Did he say anything? Well, I have. I mean, or something, but I don't hear anything. Really, they're always, oh, my Guru Dev and my Guru Dev. And, okay, fine. But what have you gotten from being with your Guru Dev? See, that's what our unique thing here is. Because that's important. Otherwise, how do you know you're not just a blind believer, believing in bullshit and impotency? What, because they speak nice? Yeah. A lot of orators can speak nice. There's a lot of people on Facebook and YouTube, they speak nice. But I listen to the sound vibration. It's like, phew, it's mundane. Ugh. And people are impressed. Wow. See, they go to school sometimes and they get they learn how to have a radio voice, and you listen to this. It's like, I don't like it. See? It's all in the vibration. See, Bhakti Siddhanta knew that. There was a guy, the singer, some of these singers, they sing really nice and sweet, and all this, in all the ragas and everything. And this disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta said, oh, doesn't he sing so nice? And Bhakti Siddhanta says, no, mundane. Material. He's not looking at, he's looking at the vibration, man. You can have a raspy voice, but if the vibration is being used by Krishna, that'll come through to a sensitive devotee. Okay. I mean, if you see a devotee, this is the truth, man. If you see a devotee chanting Hare Krishna, like Lalita, she's chanting the holy name and becoming ecstatic. And whose voice is she hearing? Yours? Her own voice. So if you hear that voice too, you're going to be, and people do, they come and they listen to Lalita and they get very ecstatic. Why? It's the vibration, whether she chants it or you hear it. If you listen attentively, you'll become ecstatic like she is, because she's listening to her own voice. Her voice is claimed by Radha and Krishna, right? She's being used by that. Why? Because she's following the real path. She has equal faith in Guru and Krishna and the Vaishnavas. What more do you need to be empowered? That's all we're teaching here. You come here, you be convinced that the real Guru is here and the real Krishna is here. See, I think we're presenting the real Krishna, and real Vaishnavas are here. And if you see a few in here sometimes who are not really real Vaishnavas, not yet, and they have some other motives for being here, you'll see that too. Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, you come here, you'll hear voices that can lift you into ecstasy. Does your guru's voice lift you to the point of ecstatic tears and ecstasy and laughter and all that stuff? Do you feel your consciousness is cleansed and cleaned listening to the katha, they say? Do you even know what that is? Most don't. Yeah. So I won't be impressed with any of those persons until they can understand the value of what we're doing. Otherwise, to me, it's, oh, you can't understand what real value is? Real value is devotion to Krishna. Real value is the grace of Lord Caitanya and delivering it to others. Otherwise, forget about any other thing, is not very valuable at all. Why not go for the best? The best is the mercy of Lord Caitanya, and that is here in this Sangha. Oh yeah, no more many lifetimes before you get this prema, this love for Krishna, love for Gora. You come here, it'll increase more and more and more. As fast as you want it. As fast as you can take it. So give us a word, Lalita.
Yeah, I just read that Freddie said, yeah, they copy and paste and they don't say anything about their realizations. And that's what's, um, yeah, what I always recognize. And it's getting so boring. Copy and
It's
paste a
boring.
post, nothing. And then under that, a whole bunch of Jai Guru Dev, Hare Krishna, Jai Guru, nothing
Superficial.
inside, nothing,
Yeah.
nothing superficial. While we read here now this one verse, this this purport of Srila Prabhupada, Krishna consciousness, Krishna is conscious. You're getting conscious of Krishna in every word he writes. They don't know what they copy and paste. They don't know what the pleasure is inside.
Yeah, this is meant to be chanted, these verses, by a devotee who actually loves Prabhupada. You know, if you love of God, love of Guru is spontaneous devotion. It's a gift of the Lord. Even loving your Guru, you can't love a, that's why it says if you don't love a real devotee, then you don't really love God, because they're presenting what's lovable to you. They're presenting real truth, and they're presenting ecstasy. That's why if you're loving a devotee, you're loving the expression of the Lord through them.
And we meet Prabhupada in those verses. Say
Oh
like
yeah.
Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. When I say Jai Srila Gaura Haridas, is there immediately Jai Prabhupada? Yeah, 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 it's okay, it's okay. We meet him.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
meet
he
him.
doesn't he doesn't know Prabhupada as well as he thinks. That's the problem. He thinks he does. And until he's seeing that the reason why we say, like, okay, so let's say we understand, many of us here understand Prabhupada better than persons like Balaram on that platform, is because Prabhupada was an ecstatic devotee, and so are we. So we have a deeper, I mean, it's just logical, a deeper realization. He's not like that. Therefore, he only understands, like speculative idea, and that's what he promotes, speculating. We understand Prabhupada's mind better because he's ecstatic, and we're got the good fortune to become ecstatic. Yeah. So I understood Jesus immediately. And see, when you're ready to be delivered, you meet the real glorification of God. I met that in the scriptures. It was enough to help me get through these things. Not everybody, they need living devotee there. That's why we teach this process. I mean, otherwise it would have been a lot quicker. If I would have had a devotee like Prabhupada live, oh, get me. You guys are getting through so much that I had to experience. Okay? Just because so you don't have to do that. All you have to do is listen. I had to go the school of hard. I spent 5 years in ISKCON. Could you imagine? I meet an ecstatic devotee, say, "What are you doing in there? Why don't you come into this sangha?" We don't put emphasis on all these externals. We put emphasis on the truth, and we worship in ecstasy, and just like Lord Caitanya did, and that's what we do here. So you got a place like that. You don't have to go through 5, 10, 20, 30 years, 40 years, 40 lifetimes with that kind of association, simply because this most rare association is here. The associates of Lord Caitanya. He's already proved it. Proved the associates are here of Lord Caitanya. Yeah, yeah. That intelligence is here, and then you get it here as a gift. Otherwise, you go in the long path, my friends.
Yeah, and it's by reading what Prabhupada writes, in his ecstatic mood, that you start to have a deeper relationship with him, deeper and deeper and
Mhm.
deeper. It's so beautiful.
Prabhupada, that was his thing. He was ecstatic in his writing. That's why he did it alone. And didn't see, he chanted alone, and he wrote it alone, just like Bhaktisiddhanta chanted alone, unless they did kirtan, of course, but chanted alone and did their writing alone. Bhaktivinoda even more so. He wrote alone, and often chanted alone unless he was with, like Gorkashore Das Babaji and stuff, He would give classes to Gorkashore Das Babaji, who would sit there and listen with great happiness. See, you need that sound vibration. You need somebody like that. See, and they're only ecstatic devotees. That's why nobody can imitate them. Nobody can imitate this preaching here. This preaching is on par with the Parampara because it is. You can't imitate this unless you're an ecstatic devotee like the whole line. Who has preached that simple conception? You got to be ecstatic devotee like those in the real line. That's why it's called the Shiksha line. See, Shiksha means you may not have, like Prabhupada had many disciples, but they're not all in the line. Most are, 99% are not in the real line. If you get one in the line, they're an ecstatic devotee. So that's Shiksha. So that person might be a grand disciple. That person may be from somebody else, but is inspired by our line and promotes the real line. They promote the real, they're dedicated. That's Prabhupada said initiation is superficial. That's just to kind of keep the neophytes close. He says dedication to the parampara is the real qualification. See, whether I'm a grand disciple or a disciple of Prabhupada is immaterial. No. Dedication to the parampara is the real ingredient. See? And not just material, not just varnashram dedication. You could be, okay, fine. I'm dedicated to Lord Caitanya's grace now. I'm dedicated for promoting the real teachings, the inner teachings of the Bhagavatam, Gita, and Chaitanya Lila. Okay? I'm dedicated to this narrative being preached so that ecstatic love can awaken in this life in many devotees. Okay? If you don't believe in this narrative and in the glories of the Panchatattva, which the author said, then you'll be just like the tumultuous croaking of frogs, or you'll be listening to them. Nothing happens. Okay? The glories of the Panchatattva to distribute ecstatic love of Godhead are here again. And that is the narrative. See? This narration works. This narration produces results. Just like the Fauci's narration produces results in his sheeple, his followers, right? They all got their little mask on. Bill Gates' followers the same. They all got their little shots. No? But what are the results of doing those things? Oh, it's already coming out. Many people are sick, died, clots, can't even fly in a plane now. That's what you get to listening to different narratives. Now, what's so bad about this narrative that you get love of Godhead in this life and it happens? What's so bad about this narrative? Your ignorance is destroyed, and it is. What is so bad about getting real things in this world? When you've been bullshitted and hoodwinked and lied to and cheated by Maya over and over again, all the way up into religion and ISKCON and all these other leaders who have not produced this result. Any serious people out there? Anybody seriously want to go back to Godhead?
They think they know it all, and they become very mean when I write in those groups. Immediately, the aggression. Immediately aggression.
Yeah.
So this means they are not in peace, like they show. And they say that I waste my time, that I should better chant instead of writing in those groups. And constantly.
Yeah. Well, you just show this is you're bringing the potency of God, the true Lord, into the group. And but that's like Kalya. He made contact with the river that was polluted, right, with Kalya. And as soon as he made contact, see, that's this preaching here. This makes contact. It rises, all the Kalya, the poison rises out. Yeah, and there's a certain point that it's like I also don't want. I just say a few words. Maybe there's somebody in the group that'll listen, but I don't want to spend all my day, like preaching to blind people and deaf people. What good is it?
The pearls are too beautiful to throw them for the swans. They are so
Yeah.
beautiful. We are not going to throw them away like that.
No, no. Maybe a little bit to, like sometimes I preach like that just to make a little waves, so that maybe somebody out there will think, oh, well, that's really good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But generally, yeah, even, Jesus didn't spend that. He even said, give the message. If they don't get it, shake your shoes and move on, move down the road. Because the message is amazing. This message is powerful. And if some people that are meant to be drawn to it, when they hear it, they'll come. Even if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or some later, yeah, yeah, it's perfect. Any other thoughts there, Lalita?
Not immediately, Guru Maharaj. I see there is
Yeah.
a new
Oh, yeah.
devotee.
Yeah. You want to read what he said there?
I am not proficient in English, yet whatever I heard and learned, it is very knowledgeable. Everyone should follow the path of knowledge of Srila Gura Devi, full of nectarian speech, Jaya Srila Acharya. Srila Gora
Wow.
Haridas, you mean?
Yeah. I mean, see people that simple like that, and if they'll Krishna will show you. So you won't have to. It's not like just let God prove it to you. Let Him confirm, and that's all. I'm not saying don't be. I don't want blind believers. I want people who they're touched by this preaching, and their heart accepts it. And some will get it really fast, and they'll usually go up really fast, just like I did, like Lalita did, like probably Fanny did, and others. They just get it and just go right. And some it'll take some time. Isn't it great to have a place for everybody? If it's going to take you long, here you're with people that maybe they've been working on for lifetimes, and they just come here and they get it. Boom, 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 and then that means you're going to get this. And you're just going at whatever pace and whatever stage you're in. Yeah. How about this other one? He wrote something else, I think. Huh? Who is this? Is it this Rajendra Gilmeyer? Yeah. Can you see?
Yeah.
Please forgive me.
Oh, but then I need to go to Facebook because I cannot find it back here. Just a
Oh,
minute.
okay. Okay. Go to Facebook now. You can go. Gives me a little rest from my voice.
Try to find it. Was a long thing. Here. Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you good.
Okay. Please forgive me if I have made a mistake. Please correction me. Where there is only one happiness, there is only joy, the supreme truth, the supreme soul, Lord Sri Krishna. By staying calm and concentrated, keep swinging with joy and happiness. Sorry. And happiness. Keep swinging with joy and happiness in the abode of my Lord Sri Krishna, who keeps track of sins and virtues. There is no feeling of sorrow in the abode of my Krishna. That is why my Lord Sri Krishna is also known as Sat Chit and Ananda. Devotion to God with a calm and focused mind can be an important bridge in staying in spiritual contact. Is it true, Gurudeva? Sat
Yes,
Chit
yes,
Ananda.
yeah. Like stay really like attentive for sure. And this other thing you said here, let me see here. Um, yeah, and see, Lord Krishna does not keep track of sins and virtues, being material virtues or sins. He's not interested in that. He wipes those away, sins and material virtues, and replaces them with transcendental virtues. See, and the sin gone, finished. See, and the sin is the only thing keeping us. Sin is these anartas and blocks and identifications and ignorance and all that stuff causes us to act outside of this relationship. See, so the Lord is not looking at that. Lord Chaitanya is not looking at us being qualified or unqualified. He's just giving his presence, and we cultivate that more and more and more. And if we have tendencies to act sinfully or prone, gradually more and more we're release that. Sometimes the souls, myself included, we just still desire certain things to experience certain things. But by and by, that's all gone because we just continue to cultivate this relationship, this transcendental relationship with the Lord. And that's the purification, you know. Yeah, the Lord is not waiting for us to be perfect for him to give himself. Just make the right contact. That contact is here. Isn't that, I mean, isn't that hopeful? I mean, God, you got unhopeful paths, full of like a lot of hard works and long durations and lifetimes. And in Vaishnavism, that's what they're preaching. Oh, prema, we got to be, in some lifetime. Ah, well, hey, man, come here.
He will make us better than we are.
Yeah. I want hanging on the lips of Srila. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I mean, that's all. See, when the Lord sees you appreciate these things, yeah, this is it, man. This is the happiness. Yeah, more and more it becomes our lifestyle. Yeah, I think I gotta stop talking. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll sign off for a while. Thank you, Lolita.